Good evening and welcome to Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas G. Ahead of the holy month of Ramzan, the Telangana government has issued an order permitting Muslim employees to leave their offices an hour early at 4 p.m. to offer prayers. According to an order passed by the General Administration Department, Muslim employees working as teachers, contract and outsourcing staff, and working in boards, corporations, and public sector undertakings, as well as the police department, can leave office early to break their fast and perform religious prayers. Now, the government has justified the rules, but what has upset several in the opposition is the hypocrisy. A few months ago, an Ayyappa devotee, a police personnel, had been given a notice for merely following rules to visit the temple. The notice has been issued in November, and it's clearly stated that there's no permission for growing hair, the beard, or wearing civil dress, and that no police officials can avoid shoes for religious purposes. Those who want to follow it must apply for leave. Now, the government of Telangana has issued this special provision in view of the holy month of Ramzan, granting temporary exemptions to shops, hotels and establishments to facilitate business activity and public convenience during this period. The orders have been issued by the Commissioner of Labour, M. Dana Kishore IAS. The relaxation will be applicable from the 19th of February to the 20th of March 2026. All right, and this is in fact the Congress government's Ramzan exemptions, where shops have been allowed to stay open till 5 a.m. and work beyond regular hours. Let's go across to Shomit for more on this. Shomit, take us through what exactly is this fresh order that we are referring to?
Well, Madhav, after you were mentioning about the recent, November incident when, after a cop, a sub-inspector who was an Ayyappa Mala, he was, questioned and a memo was issued, and later that followed by the protest, and after that, now Telangana government has issued special provisions when it comes to the both, GO has been issued to exempting all the Muslim employees, contractual, non-contractual, on rolls, off rolls, giving them permission to leave the offices by 4 p.m. Every day, starting from 19th to the end of the Ramadan. And now again, a fresh order has been issued by the Dana Kishore IAS officer, and he stated that all the shops, all the establishments has been exempted under special provisions during the Ramadan month, and all the establishments which have to be closed by 11 p.m. Which are non-hotels and shops and also other shops which are exempted till 1 a.m. Now they can open their shops till 5 a.m. in the morning. So all these days, starting from 19th to the end of the Ramadan, that is till the Eid of the month, all these shops, establishments will be allowed to function throughout the night. Now the BJP is questioning the Congress government, stating that this is nothing but appeasement politics. One side, Hindus are being targeted for following the religion, and when it comes to the Muslims, they are being exempted.
All right, thanks so much for joining us with that quick update there, Swamit. Let's quickly listen into the political reactions coming in on the story.
The Bharatiya Janata Party blames, the Congress, the government for appeasing the Muslim community and ignoring the Hindu community. We demand free and fair equality for all, because India is a secular country.
BJP is calling us as, Congress is doing Muslim appeasing politics. But if we ask the same question to BJP leaders, what will they answer? Isn't it called appeasing politics then? Because our neighboring state, Andhra Pradesh, where BJP is in coalition with political party TDP, where they are in power, they have issued the similar circular giving relaxation to the minorities.
Such things are not done at all for the Navratra, for Hindus. In fact, Hindus, if they celebrate their festival, there is stone pelting, and the government takes no action when it's a Congress government. This shows the dual mindset they have. They will have one standard for Hindus. Hindus can't even celebrate their festival, light a Deepam in Tamil Nadu. For that, they have to go to court. But others, on their faith or their religion, they get special offers and special privileges.
Let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us is Gopal Krishna Agarwal, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Suresh Kuchatal, senior journalist, joining us from Hyderabad. Also with us is Khalikur Rahman, leader of the Congress party. Also with us is Professor Atikur Rahman, political analyst. Let me start with you first. Khalikur Rahman, this is double standards of the ruling state government there, says the BJP. How is it possible that for one set of religious practice and fast, that is as far as the Sabarimala fast that we see that happens in November and December of every year, the state government employees were restricted for that, a notice was put out, but that's not the case when it comes to Ramzan. Is there a hypocrisy we are seeing here?
Yeah, Madhu, good evening and good evening to all my co-panelists and to all the viewers. Let me tell you, what you call a hypocrisy, this is nothing but the established practice in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and in the United Andhra Pradesh. And also, there are very clear examples, even in the BJP ruled states like the UP, and you don't call that the appeasement, what the UP government does, what the other governments where the BJP is in rule, they do it. See, you don't really understand what Ramzan brings in, because the Muslims actually have their meal early in the morning, then they come to the office. So whatever the half an hour or 1 hour relaxation is given to them, they don't have go in for the lunch, that lunch hour. So they are working extra hours during the lunch hour. So that is offset actually. So I don't really understand why this debate at all, first of all, because last year also on the same day, just a day before the start of the Ramadan, we had the similar debate. In fact, when I got a call from your guest relation officer, I said that you can probably replay the same thing what we had last time, because it is absolutely the same.
Khaliqur Rahman, I'll put that question across to the BJP.
Yeah.
What you are saying, there are BJP panelists over here, they can answer that. Can you answer the question about why the same standard was not followed for the devotees of Lord Ayyappa?
And is that question for me?
Yes, Khaliqur Rahman, that is a question for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm coming to. See, in our neighboring state, Andhra Pradesh, whose government is there? It is the TDP government. And the TDP government, when it is issued the similar order, you don't have...
We'll put that question. I just told you we'll put that question. Can you explain to me why those who are observing a certain type of fast for visiting Sabrimala, why those government officers are not allowed to do so? You know the issue of the notice that was sent to the official who was observing the fast?
See, Madhu, because this is the established practice. This is nothing unprecedented. That's what I'm trying to tell you, actually. This is one thing which you'll have to understand.
No, let us assume, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying that let us assume that this is done. Why should the same yardstick not be there for people of other religions? It's a simple question.
No, definitely, every religion, wherever there is a religious practice, definitely I think it should be given to them also. We are not against any particular religion, or we are not saying that the government should not give it to them or give it only to
I'll come back to the point. I don't think you've got my question quite right over there, or perhaps you're not being able to answer that. But Gopal Krishna Agarwal, if TDP in the neighboring state of Andhra Pradesh has done exactly the same thing, then what exactly is the BJP objecting to? Because you're part of that coalition government there in Andhra Pradesh. Respond to Khaliqur Rahman.
No, this kind of appeasement politics is bad. Anybody follows this is very clear. But the issue is why there is a differentiation based on religion. The politics of appeasement is this is the worst kind of appeasement politics that we are seeing it. It is not done anywhere, and he is saying that the Congress representative is saying from Telangana is that the lunch hour has been done away with. Where is the notification? But one thing is, what is the purpose of doing this? If they say that anybody following a particular religion doctrine, he can take leave and follow that religion. That is, our constitution says like this. But particular treatment based on particular religion is not what is called for in a where we call that our constitution does not differentiate based on religion. It is bad, it is not good, and if the purpose is for catching the vote bank politics, they have to tell us what is the purpose. And if is it allowed under the constitution, this kind of discrimination?
No, but Gopal Agarwal, will you then suggest to the Andhra government also to remove the same set of rules?
Sure. If the Andhra government is saying, we definitely in NDA there may be issues, but we don't, as a BJP, we have been saying that this kind of appeasement politics is very bad, based on particular religion, discriminating. We have seen it in West Bengal during Durga Puja. There was nothing support. even disruption of the Durga Puja, then the continuously it becomes a competitive appeasement politics,
Right.
which is very
Let me bring in some of the other panelists as well. Professor Atikur Rahman, respond to that. It's not just the state of Telangana. We've seen it in West Bengal. We've seen it in other states as the BJP, where there is competitive appeasement politics happening over there. Once again, it's rearing its head in the state of Telangana. Your response to that?
Madhav, I will refrain from any kind of whataboutery on this issue, most of which Mr. Khaliqur Rahman has done. A Muslim devout, Allah expects from him that he performs every civic duty of his in completion and in his leisurely time come to Allah and prostrate before Allah. I would urge all the Muslims to refrain from any such concessions because Islam does not permit any exemptions except a Muslim is traveling. Only for travelers he can get an exemption from Roza, from the fasting. Except this, all Muslims should perform every duty assigned to him as a teacher, as a bureaucrat, as a civil servant, as in any capacity of his, and then come to Allah and perform what Islam expects from him. So I will in particular tell all the Muslims, do not take any concessions, because these concessions are, you may say anything, but they are, not in an Islamic way. In Islam, there is no concept of a holiday, mother.
Right.
There is no path.
No, but then Professor Atikur Rahman, can you explain why those devotees who want to visit the shrine of Sabrimala, they have to perform a 41-day fast? If they are being asked to not follow their norms and take leave to follow their religious beliefs, is that something that is correct? Because it's the same state government that is sending notice to a certain section of officers.
Every such kind is a political gimmick, Madhav. All political parties are indulging themselves in this kind of appeasement, and that's why I am urging, as a researcher on Islamic studies, this is not part of Islam.
Okay.
Prophet Muhammad, neither he took any concessions, nor there is any concept of a holiday.
Okay, Suresh Kochatil, I want you to respond to that. All political parties at the end of the day are engaging in appeasement politics, says the previous speaker, and he is in fact urging that Muslims should not even fall for this concession, because this is not as per the Roza norms or the Ramzan norms.
Well, I appreciate what Atikur Rahman ji is saying, but my point is very simple. Madhav, you also know that Urdu medium schools need to work only till 1:30 during this 1 month. Do you know that? This is the exam season. This is a season when students have to study the maximum because the annual exams are around the corner. And what do the state government say? Urdu medium schools and the diet schools can remain open only till 1:30 in the afternoon. Why? Why so? Then you're differentiating even among the school children. Forget anybody else. You're telling teachers that they can leave early. So who will teach the students? That's a question I have. And you rightly asked about Sabrimala, because I'm from Kerala, even though I grew up in Hyderabad. I can tell you that I've seen many officers, Muslim officers, growing beard. There's no issue. They're standing in the traffic junctions. I've seen them. When you ask them why, they're saying that's my religion. I asked one of them, they said, Sahab, hamara kaum bolta hai, kaise karna hai, daadi lagana hai. I said, okay, fine. But when it comes to a Sabrimala issue, when it comes to a devotee of Lord Ayyappa, who is on a 41-day Mandala Kala Diksha, he is told, sorry, it is not applicable. Navratri, for example, why not women employees are given, Hindu women employees are told you can leave early during Navratri days? No, there's no such concession. Everywhere you see, you have Satyanarayana Vratam. Our Muslim, our Hindu, we don't even have a holiday in many schools here actually. And this is considered one of the holiest of the festivals of, rather, observation of the Hindu women.
Okay, Khaliqur Rahman, respond to that. I want Khaliqur Rahman to respond to that. Double standards being seen over here. One set of norms as far as Ramzan is concerned, and another set of norms as far as Hindu and other religions are concerned is what Suresh Kochatil's contention is. Respond to that. And who will teach the students in government schools if the teachers themselves start leaving early?
Now, if that's the case, then why the UP government is funding the madrasas there? Isn't it the double standard of the BJP government, why is it actually funding the madrasas there?
You want madrasas funding to be stopped? Is it your demand that madrasa funding should be stopped? Are we discussing festivals or are you discussing institutions?
If BJP government does that, you justify.
Sir, are you demanding? I am asking you, are you demanding that madrasa funding should be stopped?
You should justify.
I'm not justifying anybody. You can question the BJP. We've questioned them on Andhra Pradesh just in this debate, the very point that you raised. But you please tell me, when we are comparing and discussing practices during religious events and religious festivals, how can you compare that with institutions?
And I've told you this is not that. It's happening for the first year. This is practice is there. This is an established practice.
Let me say, sir, I'm saying, let me assume that this is completely right. Should it not be there for other faiths as well? That's a simple question. You've not been able to answer that so far.
No, it should be there.
Where is it? Where is it practiced? Please tell us.
Why will we have any objection if the government wants to do it for the other region?
It is not a question of government objection. Shouldn't the government be actively implementing it?
Definitely, I think it should be.
So why is it not done then? Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, that is in fact, I think the BJP demand for that.
That is a fact. Suresh Kochatil, BJP has not demanded it strong enough. That's why it's not implemented.
I find it very strange. Madhav, because on one hand, he's going after UP and on the other hand, he's saying something else. This question is very simple. We are supposed to be a secular country, supposed to be. Ambedkar never said we are secular. He said very clearly we are not secular. Okay, assuming that we became secular after Indira Gandhi inserted this word, what does secularism mean? It means the government does not have a partiality towards any religion. Everybody should follow the same law. Why should shops be open till 5 a.m. in the morning? Why can't it be happen for the other festivals also? During Navratri, keep it open all night. No, they won't allow. It's very clear there. Double shift. What happens to the employees in those hotels and other places? No, they don't get anything. They are made to work like dogs. I mean, if somebody wants to eat till 2 in the morning, I have no objection. Please do it. But what about labor laws? Why is labor laws implemented only when it comes to one festival? When you ask about other festivals, they say, oh, no, that is not applicable. That is something different. We are a secular country. We are not supposed to follow that. What is the meaning of secularism? The state and the church have no connection. That is where it started in the Church of England. And that is where it started. So here also it should be, why do we have endowments department only for the Hindus? Why not for the Christians and the Muslims? Why is it only that hundi collection of 33% is carried away by the endowments department saying that audit fees?
Is there a pattern here? Is there a pattern here, Professor Atikur Rahman? Because we all know the comments that have been made by the Chief Minister. The Revanth comment is very well known. You know, Congress for Muslims, Muslims without Congress would not exist, so on and so forth. Is there a clear pattern of appeasement of minorities in the state of Telangana, as is being alleged by Suresh Kochatil as well?
Madhav, I won't agree that appeasement is only for the Muslims or the minority. You know, that's why I earlier told you that I refrain. In particular, I am refraining. I have thousands of examples to give that during Ganesh Chaturthi festival in Maharashtra, nothing works. No government office works. But I am not going into that. I am just demanding from all people, all faithful people, Hindus and Muslims, do not fall prey to these political gimmicks, because at stake is our education. As Mr. Suresh said, how can students, you know, if we were students in our days, we never got any concessions. We kept our namaz, we kept our roza. You know, that is Islam, that is Hinduism.
Okay, no, you made that point, but without saying so, you referred to what happens in Maharashtra during various festivals there. I want Gopal Krishna Agarwal to respond to that. He says that there are similar things that happen in other states, like for instance, Ganesh Chaturthi and other festivals, if I'm not mistaken, which he mentioned in the state of Maharashtra, where the government offices are completely shut during that festive period. Respond to that, Gopal Agarwal.
No, we have to understand that a government order and people taking issues like this where they are celebrating different kind of festival, it is a different question. If the government orders like this and acts based on religious preferences, then either they should accept that they are not running a secular government but a communal government. That's what we are saying. If a Telangana government is a communal, this is a communal order or not. One thing, that is the main question. If it is a communal order, particularly based on preferences of one particular religion and discriminating against other religion, that means it's a communal order. and it has been done with appeasement politics in mind. That is what we are discussing. If it is done by government, it is done with particular religious preferences, discriminated similar issues with other religious preferences. That means it's a communal order.
It's a communal order. Atikur Rahman, respond to that. It's basically a communal order as the BJP's contention.
It's a very common phenomenon in Maharashtra that the Christmas holidays and the Diwali holidays too, Madhav, are curbed to give special concessions during the time of Ganesh Chaturthi. So if all are agreeing to it and the government functions, there is no, lacunae on the part of the government. Let the people celebrate. Why are you making it communal by your overtones?
Okay. The context of every state is different, Suresh Kochatle, and therefore let the people celebrate if there's no contention, if there's no issue.
Ramanji, I appreciate what you're saying. My question is simple. Take iftars, for example. It has become a political joke, actually, the iftars. Every political party wants to be at the iftar, actually. This is what is there. I mean, you do see Asaduddin Owaisi coming for a Navratri fast and sitting with the people and breaking the fast. He will never come. He will never happen. But you see every other Hindu politician lining up at iftar. What is the iftar rule, sir? Atikur Rahman ji, what boliye? Iftar rule means you have to undergo a fast for the entire day.
Yeah.
These guys eat the entire day and come in the evening and sit in the iftar just for the photo opportunity. This is what I'm saying. This is selective secularism.
Okay, this is selective secularism, says Suresh Kochatil. We'll have to leave it there. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, Khalikur Rahman, Professor Atikur Rahman, as well as Suresh Kochatil. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on this edition of the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive.